Now, I'm running this at 6 volts. The recommended is the 3.7, I believe. Not good with all those numbers. It's an 18550 battery, I believe. I wouldn't swear to that because I try not to read too much of the specs. I really try to avoid the threads because I don't want anybody else's statements altering my opinion. I am still using this pretty much exclusively. No, really, actually, yeah, I'm using this exclusively. Every once in a while I have a 510 that every once in a while I put the battery on the atomizer and I take a couple puffs. Depends on where I am, what I'm doing. I still love this unit. The Silver Bullet is actually pretty cool. I have definitely put my Magnum down. It is still sitting in the same exact spot where I put it when I took the batteries out of it when I first got this. Is it better than the Magnum? It's better than my Magnum. I can definitely say that. I couldn't tell you if it's the mod itself, if it's the atomizer difference, because my Magnum uses a 901. Obviously, it shouldn't be the voltage because I'm using the exact same batteries. On the other hand, I am really bad at soldering. So, my Magnum usually I have to do a lot of repair work on. That could be one of the reasons. Honestly, the Silver Bullet is actually a very solidly built unit. If I was going to recommend any changes to it, the one change I would make is there's got to be, they should come up with a Silver Bullet version 2 or so that takes into account the fact that we're using 510 atomizers, which means that if you overtop off, they leak, and they leak pretty bad when it comes down to it. Unfortunately, the construction of this particular unit, it doesn't take that into account, and if you look, you see I'm leaking. Don't mind me a second. I'm not scared, so whatever. Don't do that at home. Let me hit it again. Now, because of the fact that I like my nicotine, so I have a bad tendency of overtopping off, as you probably just saw with the liquid. That would be pretty much the only disadvantage I've found with this unit. I'm actually kind of very much liking the 510 at 6 volts. Once again, All Smoke is specifically pointing out that they do not recommend running the 6 volt. Although the unit is built where it can be used, but you use 6 volts at your own risk, seeing as 6 volt usually entails 2 CR2 batteries unprotected, and they are a little concerned about the idea of the atomizers blowing out from the 6 volts. Like I said, it's been about a week and a half. I'm still on the same atomizer. I personally wasn't worried about it, but that's only it's only because I've been using 6 volts for a while now. So I just want to recommend that anybody who's looking into it, the Silver Bullet rocks. There's nothing to worry about. Rob is a really kick-ass guy, okay? Rob would never, to the best of my knowledge, Rob would never, ever stoop to ripping anybody off or anything like that. Your concerns are non-existent. Rob is a really cool guy. Rob is the reason that I am doing this review. It's a simple matter of, I like Rob, he's a really cool guy. I heard the unit was coming out, and I decided that I really wanted to try it because, well, I was hoping it would work out pretty well. Felt relatively safe. So I figured it should be an easy review, not much to complain about. And I was actually right. Like I said, that little leakage thing, that's a 510 atomizer problem. It's not the silver bullet itself. The good news is, because you're not using the standard vaporizer batteries, you don't have to worry as much about the leakage as far as getting into your battery and killing it. That's not going to happen. The CR2s, and I would assume the other batteries that he uses for it, are pretty much protected from that particular problem. Good stuff. Good stuff. Except for the fact that I'm not real big on menthol, but oh well. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching the review. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and post your question. I don't always pay attention to the forums like 100% of the time, but I do usually subscribe to these threads, so I at least get an email, and if I get an email saying that you replied to it, I will respond. Thank you. Everybody have a good day. Vape on.